Hey guys, Ryan Smith with the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team here to discuss what to expect in that very first year when you buy a house. You've bought a house, you've found the dream place, it's your first home, you've just moved in. What should you expect? Well, let's talk about it. So talking about buying your first house, right? You've just gotten the keys. By the way, how awesome is that feeling? It's super awesome, I know, right? So you get those keys, you've moved into the house, what you're all getting settled in. What do you expect in that first year? Well, I wish I could tell you everything's smooth sailing. It's probably not quite that, right? Now, it's not normally terrible, but I would expect something's gonna break, right? I mean, you're moving into a house. There's a lot of different systems and things going on inside a house, especially unless it's brand new. So, things are normally not gonna go perfect forever. You're gonna have something that goes wrong when you move in the house. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a huge expense, but something's not gonna be working correctly after a year. So just kind of go in being prepared for that. So then how do you get prepared for that? I'm glad you asked, right? So 4 different ways that you can be prepared for that. Number 1, save your money. So have some money that's set aside in savings so that if something does go wrong in the house once you move in, that you have some money to go ahead and attack that, right? And maybe you don't have this massive amount, stashed away when you move in initially, but even if you set a little bit aside every month, just so you've got a little bit of a slush fund there to tap into if things do happen to go sideways on you when you move in, it's not the end of the world. So set aside some money. Next, another good thing just to help you be prepared is know where everything's located. So know how to go turn off, if you have gas, turn off your water, right? Know where all the main features inside the house are and how to control those features, right? Like I just mentioned the gas, know where your fuses are at, all these things, just so that if something does come up, you know where to go check things and potentially fix them. Number 3, I would find a trustworthy handyman. So find somebody that you really feel like is fair and reasonable and that can do some work on the house at a reduced cost, and keep that number handy, right? That way, if something comes up and it's a little bit outside of the scope that you can personally tackle, you've got somebody that is proficient, you can give them a call and they can help you out with that. And then finally, and I would say this is something that's very common for people when they move into a new home, get a home warranty. A lot of times that gets negotiated out as part of your contract anyways. But if anything does happen to go a little bit sideways once you move in, hey, that can really be of help to you. So I would say get a home warranty when you're in that, when you're actually putting the contract in and buying the house. Make sure you get that home warranty. So a couple other things to expect for sure. I mean, I would tell you, you're probably gonna get a lot of junk mail. So everybody finds out that a sale just occurred. A lot of businesses do find a sale just occurred at this address. So they're gonna start sending you a lot of junk mail, wanting you to sign up for their new alarm system or whatever. So just know that's probably coming. Also expect to make some good friends. A lot of times your neighbors, I guess some neighborhoods are different, but your neighbors are going to be, nice people. Most of the time you can go out and shake some hands and make some new friends and build some great relationships there. Another thing I would say, people move into a house, they have big dreams, right? They see the idea of, I'm going to rip out these carpets and I'm going to put in hardwood floors, or I'm going to repaint all of this house, or I'm going to, do this and that. And so, normally people move in with big dreams and then they price all the stuff out and have a huge reality check. So know that might happen, right? It doesn't mean you can't do it. It doesn't mean don't do it. It means, you may have to save towards some things and tackle some projects over time. And that's just part of being a homeowner, right? It's like you come up with some ideas, you put some thought and research into it, and over time you do them. But just don't expect to just move right in and be able to tackle all of it right away, because a lot of times there's a reality check that kind of comes along with that. And then I would say it always is going to cost more your first year than what you thought, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that it's going to be tremendously more than you thought, but there's going to be some kind of expense like we talked about earlier that might be unexpected. So a couple things you can do to help control that expense. You could do an energy audit, just see how efficient are the things inside your house. Is that, as you can make your house more energy efficient, perhaps you can save some money there by doing that. Also, you can check out researching like different utility options, right? Maybe you can change to a different electric company, different I was going to say water company, which that's not always a solution, but different providers, and you can save some money there. So all that stuff can just be of assistance to you when it comes to the topic that we're discussing right now, which is money. So anyway, hope all this has been really helpful. I know it's a ton of information just talking about what to expect that first year of moving into a new house. But overall, it's a very rewarding experience. I can tell you one of the things I will never forget is when someone handed me the keys to my first home. And what a special day that was and how exciting that was. I'll never forget it. So if you're in that same boat and you're about to buy your first house, you know, I tell you, I'm excited for you, and I give you a heartfelt wishing you the very best, right? Because it is such a cool experience. But this is all good things, good information to know that first year. So don't let it scare you. You know, it's still worth it. But hopefully this is good info. So once again, hey, always a pleasure for me to visit with you. It's an honor to talk real estate and all this fun stuff about life with you. Feel free to reach out. If you have any other questions, you can reach us at ryansmithhomes.com. Hit us up on the web right there. You can call us 213-5335. Find us on all the different social media outlets. We're all over that. But hey, always a pleasure to be here with you. So have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.